All right, good morning, everyone. Knockdown racking, also known as bolted racking, is the most commonly used style of racking worldwide. In North America, however, welded racking is still king, with bolted racking making up ground with regards to market share each year. One key advantage that knockdown racking has over other types of racking is its versatility. North American steel offers bolted racking in both 3¼ inch and 4-inch columns to meet most capacity requirements, and these are available in both 13 and 14 gauge steel. Knockdown racking is extremely customizable, and this can be a huge advantage for customers. So if a customer's capacity requirement initially was, say, 2,000 pounds per pallet, and as their business changes and evolves, the capacity requirement increases, the knockdown racking solution can be modified to handle increased capacities. And to kind of break that down for you, our typical knockdown racking solution features a 48-inch bracing pattern. So if the customer's capacity requirements increase over time, the customer can utilize or purchase additional bracing. So we can go from a 48-inch bracing pattern to a 24-inch bracing pattern, and this will allow consumers to utilize the racking that they've already purchased, and as their needs change, they can reuse the system and further reinforce it to handle the increased capacity requirements. If we compare this to welded racking, a customer who has welded racking and needs the capacity to increase over time, in that case, they would need to purchase new frames and kind of go from there. So knockdown racking offers a great advantage in that regard. Knockdown racking is also interchangeable with any existing welded racking, that a customer may have in their warehouse already. So if they'd like to add on, or as their business grows, if they have a welded solution already in place, they can take advantage of some of the benefits of knockdown racking, such as the improved lead time, and when they're adding on to their warehouse as they grow, can benefit from that. As Sean mentioned, there's a couple of roll form standards out there, and in Canada, North American rack, or the Ready Rack compatible design, is very common. It's definitely the most common. Where in the US, the American teardrop standard, which is also roll formed, is more common. So one big advantage North American steel offers in this regard is that both American teardrop and North American or Ready Rack compatible style profiles are available through us. Knockdown racking is also an excellent choice for high seismic zones. We have a few of these throughout Canada and in the US. Some examples can be in Canada, Quebec, as well as British Columbia. These higher seismic areas require frames which are capable of flexing in the event of seismic activity or earthquakes, and the bolted frames offer this capability. When we compare that to welded frames, on the other hand, welded frames are far less forgiving in the event of seismic activity, and unfortunately some of the welds and structure can break. So that's a big advantage for any high seismic areas that the knockdown solution offers. Knockdown racking also takes up less space in our warehouses as well as our dealer network, and as a result of that, the lead times are often shorter. So this can be obviously a huge advantage for anybody who's looking at moving forward with a racking solution, but may not have extended lead times to work with. And when we talk about the benefits of knockdown racking, I wanted to also bring up a common objection that we run into when we're offering knockdown solutions to customers. And that common objection is that customers can be concerned sometimes that these bolts could come loose, or in their minds they think that they can. And I just wanted to kind of mention that our bolts and our nuts are nylon locked. So once they are secured together, you don't have to worry about anything coming apart. You could move on to the next slide. So knockdown racking offers a lot of different options to the end user. A lot of people think when they think knockdown racking, they're thinking of your sort of standard, selective, sort of simple, straightforward solution. But knockdown racking is not limited to these type of solutions. And the knockdown racking solution is very versatile. Modern warehouses utilize multiple different types of racking systems to satisfy diverse storage requirements. And knockdown racking can be designed for use in standard selective, in double deep systems that's compatible, and actually a very good option for the B&A or the very narrow aisle type solutions. But it's not limited to that. It's also compatible with more complex systems, including pallet runners, pallet flow, carton flow, catwalks, as well as storage platforms. So really the options are limitless when we talk about knockdown racking. The key advantage with regards to selective pallet racking and double deep systems is quicker lead times from factories. It's also easier to replace some frame components when damage inevitably does occur. And the knockdown racking solution offers all these benefits and does so with similar capacity capabilities as a welded solution. For B&A or very narrow aisle racking, trucks, the lift trucks are typically wire or angle guided, and this helps to reduce instances of damaged racking. So knockdown racking is an excellent solution for the B&A type of a scenario, as welded posts and bullnoses are not typically required, which helps lead to shorter lead times and can be an excellent solution for that type of a system. If you could switch to the next slide, please. So we wanted to show you some examples of the different types of configurations, and this slide here is a project that we worked on in Arizona. Due to the distance from our plant to Arizona, obviously knockdown racking offered some unique benefits. And if you kind of go from left to right, what you'll see on this slide is you've got a double deep back-to-back system where knockdown racking was put in place. As we move to the right, you'll see there's a single deep selective system back-to-back with double deep. The next few kind of illustrate different back-to-back scenarios in a selective environment. We move over to illustration number 8 there, you'll see an example of a single selective that's tied back-to-back with row spacers to a pushback system. All of these systems that you see here were put together and sold to the customer in Arizona utilizing our knockdown solutions. So we really just wanted to illustrate that, knockdown racking is not limited to your standard selective environment, and that as, even these more complex systems, whether it's a pushback system like you see here, or pallet flow or pallet runner, knockdown racking is capable of being used in all of these different types of environments.